Good evening, you guys. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing The Edge of Tomorrow. Sorry it's been a while, but I had a job the last 2 weeks, so I've been really busy with that. But I got laid off, so I'm free now. So, Edge of Tomorrow was the last movie I saw in the theater, aside from Planet of the Apes, which I already reviewed. So I'm going to review Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is basically an action comedy starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. It was way better than I expected it to be. A lot of people thought it was going to suck or wasn't going to be that great because the last few movies that Tom Cruise did were major flops. Oblivion was one of them. They didn't get very good reviews. I did not like Oblivion at all. I thought it was just basically Tom Cruise, hamming it up and reenacting all these other performances that he's done in the past. And it was just the same kind of thing over and over again. Like the scenes were not different. They were all the same, like these drones and stuff. And it just felt really slow and boring, and it just was not a very good movie. But I can say with all honesty, The Edge of Tomorrow reaffirms Tom Cruise as an awesome action star. He did a lot of his own stunts in this film. The premise of the film is nothing new, really. It's about this kind of apocalyptic future where there's these crazy kind of octopus-looking aliens that move super fast. Like, they're so fast you almost can't even see them. It's like a blur. And they're basically destroying the whole world, and Tom Cruise very unwillingly becomes part of an elite team to try to take these aliens out. And it's a little confusing to describe what happens to him, but basically something happens to him that every time he's killed, he jumps backwards in time to the first time that he wakes up on the army base. So basically, Tom Cruise gets killed like hundreds of times in this film. And that might seem like it would get really repetitious and boring, but it doesn't. What's really cool about this film is they keep finding different ways to make it interesting. Like, even though he gets killed all these times, each time they do it in a unique and interesting way. And the film's really funny. Like, it's basically an action comedy. It's kind of up there with movies like Predator and, Die Hard. Not quite as violent as Die Hard. I mean, Die Hard's really violent. It's more family friendly, I would say, than compared to Die Hard, but it is an action comedy. Emily Blunt plays this awesome, kick-ass kind of woman soldier in the film, and she has the same gift that Tom Cruise's character has in it. Each time she gets killed, she wakes up again. But she loses that ability later. You find out that there's something that happens that makes you lose that ability. And so each time that Tom Cruise wakes up, he has to keep reintroducing himself to Emily Blunt because she doesn't remember him. And Emily Blunt is like, wow. Like, her performance in this film, she is so kick-ass. She's totally tough. Like, basically like a cast iron bitch. And I actually think that's her nickname in the film. But she's muscular, she's tough, and man can she fight. Like, she is just the ultimate kick-ass woman in this. And the film, is a pure action movie. It's pure popcorn entertainment. It's not meant to be really deep or intense. There's a few dramatic moments in the film, but really it's mostly a comedy, and a very brilliant one. Like, it's genuinely funny. The action scenes in it are absolutely spectacular. The big battles in it, especially the dropship scene when I don't want to give too much away, but when he comes in and all the soldiers drop right into the middle of the action. And it's a great movie. I mean, it's like I said, the story, the plot is nothing that new. It's similar to Groundhog Day, with him going back and keep having to reenact the same day and over again. Bill Murray's character. What else can I say about this? There's really not a whole lot to say about Edge of Tomorrow. you know, if you love action films and you love Tom Cruise, you're gonna love this movie. I mean, he's fantastic in it. Just great acting, great stunts. You really feel for him in the film. He has a good character arc in the film, you know, a good backstory. All the secondary characters are pretty good too. All the soldiers that Tom Cruise works with in the film, a lot of them are really funny too, and especially all the different situations they get into. Like as he keeps reenacting the same day over and over again, he starts to be able to anticipate everything they're gonna do. So it's really funny to see all that. And I have to mention Bill Paxton, because he was really fantastic in this film. He just, you know, he really just plays it up as this kind of really funny kind of, I guess you would call him a dickhead sergeant. You know, he's kind of, you know, he has this really thick kind of Texas accent, and, you know, he's really full of himself, you know, and but he's just so hilarious in the film. Bill Paxton just hams it up so well in front of the camera. I've never seen a performance quite like it, but he was great in the film too. So, and the musical score in it is really good too. The choreography is amazing. A lot of it is shaky cam, but it's pretty good shaky cam. I mean, some of the shaky cam's a little disorienting in the film, but most of it works pretty well. So it kind of has a documentary feel, but at the same time, there's still motion camera as well. So it's kind of both documentary feeling and, you know, kind of Hollywood feeling, I guess, both at the same time. So there's really not much more I can say about this. I mean, it was the big blockbuster hit of the summer. Way better than anybody thought it was going to be. I mean, when you see the trailer, it just looks like it's the same kind of stuff Tom Cruise has done before, that it would be dumb, it would be overblown, it would be, you know, hollow, whatever. But it's one of those rare circumstances where the movie actually surpasses the trailer and is way better than the trailer. So it was a really big, awesome popcorn film. I highly recommend it to anyone who loves really great action pictures and sci-fi pictures. Like I said, it's not a movie to take that seriously. You know, it's meant to be an action comedy more than anything. But it's a really great action comedy, so I highly recommend it. I think it just came out on DVD, so go look for it. So that's my review on Edge of Tomorrow, and I'll be doing another review very soon. Have a good night and enjoy your weekend, everyone. Cheers.